Welcome to my bold and beautiful Today's Show channel. I hope today fantastic for everyone. Please hit the subscribes button and give this video thumbs up. Steffy's shocked to find Luna in her home, and Hope and Liam try to hide their anguish. At Brooke's place, Steffy and Hope embrace. They go over how devastating it is that Liam's dying. Hope asks, "He really didn't want me to know?" Steffy explains he doesn't want anyone to know. According to Hope, Liam will never be a burden. She wants to fight and get more opinions. "I can't lose him. We can't lose him." Steffy tells her if there was any chance, they'd move heaven and earth to save him. She recollects that Hope deserved to be aware of the situation. She's the mother of his child. Hope tears up as she thinks about Beth and Liam together. "And now you're telling me that one day we are going to have to tell our daughters that their daddy isn't going to be around anymore." Hope B&B. Bill meets with Liam. At Il Giardino, Bill tells Liam he's glad he reached out. He despises the way things were left. "I am truly sorry. I love you, Liam. And I value you." He said things he shouldn't have said and didn't mean. Liam assures, "We both did." He's sure they can move past it. Life is too short to get hung up on a disagreement. Liam explains he has something to tell him. More, Scott Clifton talks possible Jitch return. Sheila joins them uninvited, and thanks Bill for giving her granddaughter a second chance. Bill exhales in frustration. Sheila says he acted like a father to Luna. Liam says, "This is killing me." He points out his dad is not Luna's father and gripes about the insane things she did. Sheila knows Bill thought of her as a daughter, and it's hard to turn those feelings off. If Finn had been in her life, she never would have done those horrible things. Bill grunts, "It's too late for that." Sheila argues, "Maybe not." Sheila B&B. After Sheila's moved on, Liam tells Bill that he must have had his reasons for what he did, but he's not there to talk about Luna. Bill recalls that he said he had something to tell him. Liam chokes up. He just wanted to tell him how much he admires and respects him. It changed his whole life when he found out he was his father. "You made me a man and then you made me this man. I'm so grateful to you." Bill tells him that's the best thing anyone ever said to him. "I don't even have the words, son." Liam cries. "Well, that's a first." He goes on about life being fleeting. He needs his dad not to forget how much he loves him. Bill tells him, "I love you too, Liam." Bill B&B. Bill thanks Liam for lunch and the kind words. Liam mutters about the distance between them as he gets a text from Hope, who wants to see him. Bill tells Liam it goes both ways. He can't imagine his life without him in it. He made him a better man. "I love you, son." Liam says, "I love you too, Dad." As Liam rises to leave, Bill tells him he wants him back at work. He will take Spencer into the future and will have everything he deserves. New. Is Lisa Yamada leaving? Finn rejects Luna. At the Cliff House, Finn tells Luna she cannot be there. It is not okay to show up there. She wants to know him. Finn argues she's known him her whole life. She says, "Not as my father," and asks him if he wants to get to know her too. Luna pleads with him to tell her there's a chance. Even the slightest bit. He tells her he's sorry. She pouts. "You're only saying that because of Steffy." Luna B&B. Finn tells Luna that he and Steffy have a family. That is the most important thing in his life. He'll protect that family from anything or anyone. She wonders if he thinks she'd hurt his family and pleads with him to find some forgiveness for her. "Please, don't let Steffy keep us apart." More B&B. We need an explanation. Finn tells Luna they can't go back. Steffy is his wife, but she's also his life. He won't do anything to cause her pain. "You can't come here again. We won't ever have a relationship." Just then Steffy walks in and gawps. "What is happening? What the hell are you doing here, Luna?" Steffy B&B. Hope faces Liam. At Brooke's place, Hope sits on the sofa teary-eyed. Liam comes in and says he got her text. What's going on? She thanks him for coming and he asks what's wrong. She tells him he doesn't have to worry about her. Liam reminds her they're family. Hope can't imagine her life without him and neither could their daughter. Liam says Beth is his heart and remarks on her butterfly kisses. Hope's eyes well up. Liam goes on that Beth and Kelly are almost opposites in so many ways. Kelly is energetic and bouncing all over, while Beth is content to curl up in his arms. One day it will be the last time he holds her, and he won't even know it. She's growing up so fast. Hope sees a lot of him in her. She's curious and empathetic. She really is us. Liam cries. She's perfect. More. The new Steffy and Hope. Hope announces she's been doing a lot of thinking, and she wanted to tell him this in person. I do feel like I took our love for granted. She took him for granted and she's sorry. Liam says, you didn't. We both made mistakes. Hope, openly crying, tells him how important he is in her life. Liam says he'll always be with her, one way or another. They embrace and cry. The bold and the beautiful's latest emotional arc. The script plunges its characters and viewers into an excruciating emotional freefall as Steffy, Hope, Liam, and Luna face a web of life-altering truths and impossible decisions. The narrative opens with an intense scene between Hope and Steffy at Brooke's place, where any remaining tension between the women momentarily dissolves in the face of Liam's terminal diagnosis. Steffy and Hope, historically rivals in both love and family, share a rare moment of vulnerability and mutual grief. Hope's question, "He really didn't want me to know?" is laden with heartbreak and disbelief. The weight of Liam's decision to hide his terminal illness from her underscores both his selflessness and his need to shield his loved ones from pain, a motif that threads throughout the episode. Steffy confirms Liam's desire for secrecy, but she breaks the silence out of compassion for Hope's place in Liam's life, as Beth's mother and someone who still clearly loves him, and out of respect for Liam. Hope's anguish crescendos as she visualizes Beth's future without her father. One day we are going to have to tell our daughters that their daddy isn't going to be around anymore, she whispers, and in that line lies the unspoken tragedy of losing not just a partner, but the father of your child. Meanwhile, across town at Il Giardino, a reconciling moment unfolds between Liam and Bill, marking one of the most poignant father-son exchanges the show has seen in recent memory. Their relationship, often marred by betrayal, corporate rivalry, and emotional misunderstandings, finds unexpected clarity as Liam opens up, not about his illness, but about his love and admiration for the man who raised him. Bill, rarely lost for words, is moved by Liam's emotional tribute. The dynamic shifts at this point. Liam is now the mature man offering his father peace and closure, rather than the conflicted son seeking approval. Bill's quiet response, "I don't even have the words, son," speaks volumes. But the reverence of the moment is shattered by the unwelcome arrival of Sheila Carter. Her intrusion, like the specter of chaos she always is, not only irritates Bill but reminds Liam, and the audience, of the darker undercurrents still flowing beneath the surface. Her praise of Bill as a father figure to Luna stokes Liam's fury. "This is killing me," he mutters, not just about Sheila's presence, but about the deeper pain of witnessing the people he loves make peace with someone he considers irredeemable. However, Liam maintains his anger by choosing to refocus on the things that really matter. His legacy, his gratitude, and making sure that Bill understands how much he is loved before it's too late. While the restaurant meeting offers closure for Liam and his father, an explosive confrontation is brewing back at the Cliff House. Finn, now firmly entrenched in his role as protector of his family, is caught off guard when Luna shows up, desperate and pleading to be accepted by the man she's just discovered is her biological father. Finn, ever loyal to Steffy and their children, rejects Luna's emotional appeals. "We won't ever have a relationship," he tells her firmly, even as she begs him to see her not as a threat, but as the daughter she never got to know. Until Steffy enters and discovers Luna in her home, his resolve remains unwavering despite the test. Her shock is palpable. "What the hell are you doing here, Luna?" she demands, and the atmosphere crackles with confrontation. Steffy's fury isn't just about Luna's unannounced visit. It's about the invasion of a fragile space already strained by emotional turmoil. With her husband hiding secrets, her family's safety feeling precarious, and Liam's diagnosis hanging in the air, Luna's presence is a powder keg waiting to explode. The story then returns to Brooke's house, where Hope is alone, her eyes bloodshot from crying, and her heart heavy. When Liam arrives, their reunion is a masterclass in quiet devastation. Hope, holding back sobs, tells Liam he doesn't need to worry about her, but the truth pours out anyway. She confesses her regrets, her longing, and her guilt. "I do feel like I took our love for granted," she says, a devastating admission that softens the space between them. Liam, ever gracious even in his own suffering, assures her that the blame doesn't rest on either of them. They made mistakes, but love endured in its own way. The way he talks about Beth, his heart, the butterfly kisses, the way she curls up in his arms, feels like a farewell letter to fatherhood, to life, to everything he's ever cherished. Hope, moved beyond words, echoes his sentiments. Beth is not just a piece of them, she is them. The acknowledgement is almost too painful to bear. They embrace, both crying, not just for what is being lost, but for the life they once imagined and will never reclaim. Throughout the episode, the recurring theme of love in the face of finality haunts every interaction. Whether it's Liam and Bill reclaiming their bond, Hope and Steffy leaning on each other as mothers of Liam's daughters, or Finn rejecting Luna to protect what he holds dear, every character is grappling with the fallout of secrets, time slipping away, and impossible choices. Even Sheila, in her own twisted way, is trying to insert herself into a narrative that no longer welcomes her, attempting to recast herself as a grandmotherly figure when her past horrors still echo too loudly. But at the core of this emotionally charged script is Liam. His looming death becomes the gravitational center around which every other storyline orbits. What makes his arc so heartrending isn't just the impending tragedy, it's the way he's choosing to navigate it. Not with bitterness, not with blame, but with love. His decision to tell Bill how much he means to him, his reassurance to Hope that she didn't fail him, his defense of his daughter's futures even as his own dims, all of it paints a portrait of a man who, though dying, has never been more alive with emotional clarity. He's making peace with the world, one relationship at a time. The episode also weaves in the complexity of Steffy's position. Her role as Liam's confidant, as Finn's wife, as Kelly's mother, and now as the one to break the truth to Hope, puts her in the emotional hot seat. Her every choice is scrutinized, her every action layered with loyalty, pain, and the constant juggling of priorities. And now, with Luna appearing uninvited in her home, Steffy must brace for yet another challenge. The arrival of Luna, who represents a past and future Finn is unwilling to embrace, may become a new wedge in her marriage. Steffy's fury in that final moment isn't just about territorial boundaries, it's about emotional invasion. Her home, her family, her already shaken world is now even more unsteady. The next steps are uncertain. Will Finn bend to compassion and connect with Luna behind Steffy's back? Will Luna respect his decision or push harder? Will Steffy find herself alone once more, holding the pieces of a life broken not by infidelity, but by the consequences of secrets, old and new? And as the sun sets over Los Angeles, Hope and Liam's embrace feels like the still point in a spinning world. A moment where everything falls away but the love they once shared and still quietly carry. This episode does not offer resolution, only echoes. Echoes of what was, what could have been, and what will never be again. In this 3,000-word soul-bearing journey, the bold and the beautiful does what it does best. Pushes its characters to their emotional limits while reminding us all that love, even in loss, is the story's heartbeat. The anguish of saying goodbye too soon, the ache of love left unsaid, the devastation of missed chances, and the miracle of final clarity. These are the truths the characters and the audience must now face together. Will they find healing before it's too late? Or will Liam's final days leave scars that never fully fade? Twisting the knife as she implies that Luna is somehow worthy of a paternal bond despite not being his daughter. As if this entire drama is a Hallmark movie, and not a nightmare caused by her own genetics and influence. And Liam, bless his heart, doesn't buy it for a second. Even while facing a terminal illness that has left him physically weak, emotionally raw, and with nothing to lose, Liam doesn't hold back. He calls Sheila out right there at the table, declaring Luna to be unstable, and making it painfully clear that he sees through Sheila's attempt to manufacture sympathy. Scott Clifton delivers a powerhouse performance, his eyes full of betrayal, rage, and resignation, as Liam clings to truth in a moment when everything else in his life is falling apart. And then comes the bombshell, the sentence that exposes Sheila's entire deluded endgame. It's not too late for Finn to be in her life. The cloak is torn down by that one line, which is infused with subversive intent. Sheila wants a seat at the table as well as Luna having a father. She envisions a family unit, herself, Finn, and Luna, a psychotic little pot of dysfunction tied together by blood and tragedy. This isn't about redemption, it's about control. Using Luna as the key to Finn's heart, and possibly reopening the door to Steffy's life through proxy is the story. And while Sheila is working her manipulative magic with Bill and Liam, Luna is making her own disturbing play at the Cliff House, timing that cannot be mere coincidence. Just as Sheila is whispering poison into the ears of Spencer men, Luna is knocking on Finn's door, claiming to want to get to know him. She paints herself as misunderstood, alone, desperate to build a connection with the father she never knew. But beneath her soft-spoken words and downcast eyes lies an unsettling agenda. She's not just there to bond. She's there to make Finn feel responsible, to plant the seed of guilt that maybe, just maybe, he owes her something. It's the classic Sheila playbook. Emotional blackmail, softened with a veneer of vulnerability. And to our dismay, for a fleeting moment it works. Finn is hesitant. He listens. He even admits that part of him feels an obligation to Luna. A possibility that sends a jolt of horror through longtime fans who know exactly what kind of storm this could unleash. But before things can spiral further, Steffy walks in. And what a glorious entrance it is. Jacqueline McInnes would unleashes the wrath of a woman who has had enough. Her eyes wide with disbelief, her voice trembling with fury. She demands to know what the hell Luna is doing in her home. Not just her house, her safe haven, the place she rebuilt after being literally caged by the very woman now cozying up to her husband. And let's not forget, Luna is not some innocent party. She didn't just send a letter or a photo album. She kidnapped Steffy, locked her up like an animal, and attempted to erase her life to become her. That trauma doesn't fade with a few tearful apologies. And yet, here Luna stands in Steffy's living room, talking to Finn like they're long-lost friends and not predator and prey. Steffy's rage is palpable, volcanic, and completely justified. She demands answers, and when Finn stammers out his defense, that he didn't invite Luna, that he was just trying to be civil, it only fuels her anger. Because being civil is one thing, but letting the woman who tried to destroy your wife into your home is something else entirely. Whether it was done with intent or not, it is betrayal. It's a crack in the foundation of their marriage. And poor Finn, stuck once again between the women in his life, doesn't seem to grasp the severity of the storm he's let in. His compassion, while admirable, becomes a liability. He wants to do the right thing, but in doing so he's risking everything. And just when you think things can't get more complicated, Sheila reappears like a ghost in the shadows, watching, waiting, manipulating. Because let's be honest, this whole thing has her fingerprints all over it. From the timing of Luna's visit to the emotional trigger she pulled with Bill and Liam, it's clear she's orchestrating a master plan. She sees Luna as the bridge back to Finn, and Finn as the bridge back to legitimacy. If she can rebuild the family she lost, if she can wedge herself into his life with Luna as the bait, she believes she might finally get what she's always wanted, to be accepted. And it's sick. It's twisted. It's classic Sheila. Meanwhile, Liam, who should be at the center of everyone's concern, is quietly falling apart. His vision is deteriorating, his coordination slipping. Hope is doing her best to keep it together, to be strong for Beth, to spend time with Liam while there's still time. And yet even she feels the pull of nostalgia, of passion, of love not quite lost. A cruel twist of fate that binds Hope and Liam forever. Just as Liam disappears is the subject of persistent rumors that one last night together could result in an unanticipated pregnancy. But while that heartbreak simmers, the war at the Cliff House boils over. An explosive showdown between Steffy and Luna that leaves no survivors is the kind of confrontation that soap fans look forward to in the episode that airs on Monday. Sources tease that Luna tries to justify her presence, to insist that she's changed, that she just wants to know her father. But Steffy isn't having it. Not now, not ever. Her fury is personal, generational, and completely uncompromising. This isn't just about Luna. It's about Sheila. It's about every time she's had to fight to protect her family from that woman's influence. Steffy draws the line now, with Luna serving as Sheila's substitute. Finn, thank God for his confused soul, tries to calm things down. He insists there's no relationship to be had, that Luna is not a part of their family. But the damage is done. The trust is cracked. And as Sheila watches from the wings, you can almost hear her whispering, "Checkmate." Social media is already ablaze with reactions. Fans are outraged, vindicated, divided. Some call for Finn to be forgiven. Others say this is the final straw. Hashtag wars erupt. Hashtag Team Steffy. Hashtag ban Luna. Hashtag Finn wake up. In addition, Liam's clock ticks away in the background, a haunting reminder that life is fleeting, love is fragile, and no moment in the world of the bold and the beautiful is safe from destruction. As we look ahead, the future is murky. Will Hope discover she's pregnant just as Liam slips into darkness? Will Steffy walk away from Finn after one betrayal too many? Will Luna continue her descent into full-blown villainy under Sheila's tutelage? And most chillingly, how long before Sheila strikes again? Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that Sheila Carter never plays a short game. This is her endgame: to build the family she never had, no matter how much blood it costs.